Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani. This is the video number 73. In this video, I will be explain NCERT textbook question. So see, if the velocity of the electron in Bohr's first orbit is 2.19 into 10 to the power 6 meter second inverse, so calculate the de Broglie wavelength associated with it. So mass of the electron already we have to know 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So de Broglie wavelength formula is lambda is equal to h upon mv, h Planck constant value 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34, mv mass of electron and v is given first orbit velocity. Okay, so we put the value and then calculate. So lambda value come 3.32 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Okay. Next question is, show that the circumference of the Bohr orbit for hydrogen atom is an integral multiple of the de Broglie wavelength associated with the electron revolving around the orbit. Okay, so here Bohr orbit given, and according to the Bohr model, okay, wavelength related formula is because the angular momentum of the electron is in a given stationary state. So formula is mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi, and here given circumference of Bohr orbit for hydrogen atom. Okay, mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi, otherwise we have to write 2 pi r is equal to nh upon mv. Okay, 2 pi going to the left hand side, so 2 pi r is equal to nh upon m1. And from de Broglie equation, because de Broglie wavelength, so de Broglie equation wavelength is equal to lambda is equal to h upon mv. So equation number first, equation number second. So we get nh upon h upon mv cancel each together. So we get equation is equal to 2 pi r is equal to small n lambda. Clear? So therefore circumference 2 pi r of the Bohr orbit for hydrogen atom is integral multiple of the de Broglie, here small n, number of the waves in the nth orbit. Okay, and lambda is equal to wavelength, Broglie wavelength. So okay, so circumference of the 2 pi r of the Bohr orbit for hydrogen atom is an integral multiple of the de Broglie wavelength. Okay, so here small n, number of the waves in nth orbit. Next question is, a golf ball has a mass of 40 gram, speed of 45 meter per second. If the speed can be measured within accuracy of the 2%, so calculate the uncertainty in the position. So mass given, okay, and then speed of given and accuracy also given. So Heisenberg, because here uncertainty means Heisenberg principle we have to apply. So from Heisenberg principle, formula is delta x is equal to h upon 4 pi m dot delta v. So delta we have to find, because here also given 45 speed, okay, 2% accuracy. So delta v is equal to 45 multiplied 2%. So 0.9 meter per second. This is the speed multiply acceleration accuracy. Okay, represent uncertainty in velocity. Then put the value here. So delta x is equal to h upon 4 pi m dot delta v, h Planck constant value 4 into pi 3.14, mass 40 given gram, and multiply delta v value 0.9. Okay, so calculate. So this value come 1.46 into 10 to the power minus 33 meter. Clear? Then next question is, if the position of the electron is measured within an accuracy of the plus minus 0.002 nanometer, calculate the uncertainty in momentum of the electron. Suppose the momentum of the electron is h upon 4 pi m into 0.05 nanometer. Is there any problem in defining this value? Again I say, position of the electron is measured with an accuracy of the plus minus 0.002 nanometer, that is means less. Okay, so first we have to find, is there any problem in the defining this value? So delta x value given 0.002 nanometer, convert into the meter, so multiply by 10 to the power minus 12. Okay, then according to the Heisenberg, because uncertainty terms used, that is means which principle? Heisenberg uncertainty principle. According to the principle, formula is delta x is equal to multiply delta p greater than h upon 4 pi. Here delta p we have to find. Okay, so h upon 4 pi delta x. Clear? So h Planck constant value 4 into pi 3.14 and delta x value 2.00 into 10 to the power minus 10. So calculate. So delta p value come 2.638 into 10 to the power minus 23 kilogram meter per second. But actual momentum given here, actual momentum, suppose momentum of the electron, this one given, so we have to write h upon 4 pi into 0.05 nanometer, put the value h Planck constant value, pi value 3.14, so calculate this value come 1.055 into 10 to the power minus 24. By experimentally we have to find, by practically this value. So it cannot be defined because as the actual value of the momentum is smaller than uncertainty. Okay, this is the actual value. Okay, because actual momentum given in the question h upon 4 pi m into 0.05 nanometer. So according to the value, actual momentum value come 1.055 into 10 to the power minus 24, but practically we have to find, so value come 2.638 into 10 to the power minus 23. So actually value of the momentum smaller comparison than uncertainty, so it cannot be defined. Got it? Next question is, calculate the mass of a photon with wavelength 3.6 angstrom. It is a very easy question. 3.6 angstrom wavelength given, lambda, convert into the meter into 10 to the power minus 10. So mass calculate. According to the formula, velocity of the photon is equal to velocity of the light. So mass is equal to h upon lambda v. Okay, so h Planck constant value, lambda wavelength given, and v velocity, speed of the light. Okay, so 3 into 10 to the power 8. So calculate, this value comes 6.135 into 10 to the power minus 29 kg. Okay, next question is, calculate the wavelength of an electron moving with velocity of 2.05 into 10 to the power 7 meter second inverse. So wavelength given, lambda. Okay, sorry, calculate the wavelength, lambda we have to find, velocity v given. So moving electron velocity given. Okay, and we know the mass of the electron, this one. So formula apply, lambda is equal to h upon mv. H Planck constant value, small m mass of the electron, and v given velocity. So put the value and then calculate. So lambda value come wavelength 3.5 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter. Next question is, dual behavior of matter proposed by de Broglie lead to the discovery of the electron microscope, often used for the highly magnified images of the biological molecules and other types of the materials. If the velocity of the electron in this microscope is 1.6 into 10 to the power 6 meter second inverse, so calculate the de Broglie wavelength associated with this electron. So here velocity given and mass of the electron you already know about. Okay, so same formula apply, lambda is equal to h upon mv. So here calculate wavelength, h Planck constant value, m mass of the electron, and then v velocity given. Okay, so put the value and then calculate. So 455 into 10 to the power minus 12 meter, and then convert into the picometer. Okay, so lambda is equal to 455 picometer. Okay, next question is, similar to electron diffraction, neutron diffraction microscope is also used for the determination of the structure of the molecules. Similar to the electron diffraction, neutron diffraction microscope is also used for the determination of the structure of molecules. If the wavelength used here is 800 picometer, so calculate the characteristics velocity associated with the neutron. Okay, so mass of the neutron given. So velocity of the neutron 800 picometer given and mass of the neutron given. Okay, so wavelength formula same apply, lambda is equal to h upon mv. Okay, so here we have to calculate the characteristics velocity. So v outside and then formula is h upon m lambda. So h Planck constant value, mass given of the neutron and then lambda value 800 picometer. Okay, so convert into the meter, so multiply 10 to the power minus 12. So calculate, so this value come, this is the characteristics velocity, 4.94 into 10 to the power 2 meter second inverse. Next question is given, the velocity associated with a proton moving in a potential difference of 1000 volt is 4.37 into 10 to the power 5 meter second inverse. The velocity associated with a proton moving in a potential difference of 1000 volt is 4.37 into 10 to the power 5 meter second inverse. And if the hockey ball of mass 0.1 kg is moving with this velocity, so calculate the wavelength associated with this velocity. Okay, so velocity of the proton given, this one. Okay, and potential difference also given 1000 volt. Mass of the hockey ball 0.1 kg. So we have to calculate wavelength, and wavelength formula is lambda is equal to h upon mv, h Planck constant value, m mass and v velocity. Okay, put the value, this value come 15.16 into 10 to the power minus 39 meter. So 1.516 into 10 to the power minus 38 meter. Next question is, a microscope using suitable photon is employed to the locate an electron in an atom within a distance of 0.1 angstrom, and what is the uncertainty involved in the measurement of its velocity? Microscope using suitable photons is employed to the locate an electron in an atom within a distance of 0.1 angstrom. So what is the uncertainty involved in the measurement of its velocity? So uncertainty in position 0.1 angstrom. Okay, and so formula according uncertainty, delta x dot delta p is equal to h upon 4 pi, and here mass also given because microscoping using measurement, so delta p is equal to m delta v. So delta v going to the left hand side and delta x and m going to the right hand side. So formula is, because here given what is the uncertainty involved in the measurement of its velocity. So delta v is equal to h upon 4 pi delta x m. So put the value, h Planck constant value 4 into pi value 3.14 and delta x value uncertainty in position 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter, and mass is equal to of the electron 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So calculate this value come 0.5779 into 10 to the power 7, otherwise we have to put decimal going to the right hand side, so one decrease, so 5.79 into 10 to the power 6 meter second inverse. Next question is, using SPDF notation, describe the orbital with the following quantum number. So here you see n is equal to 2, l is equal to 1. So I already explained, n is equal to represent number of the orbital. Okay, so n is equal to 2, l is equal to 1. So 2, so orbital 2, and l is equal to 1. So here you see l value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So represent subshell SPDF. So here given l is equal to 1. So 1 represent p. So 2p. Then n is equal to 4. So orbital 4. And subshell 0. So 0 represent S shell. So 4s. Okay. Clear? So 5 and 3 5f and 3 and 2 3d. Next question is, what is the total number of the orbital associated with the principal quantum number? N is equal to 3. So n is equal to 3, possible values of the L 0, 1, 2. Okay, so third number, so that is means third orbital. So first zero number, L is equal to 0. So first represent 3s orbital. Second 3p orbital, because whenever m value is equal to -1, 0 and +1, so 3p orbital, and if 5 3d orbital. Third number 3s, 3p and 3d. Okay, so 1s, 3s, 3p and then 3d, total 5. Okay, because -2, -1, 0, +1, +2, so total 5. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 is equal to 9. So number of the orbital we have to easily find. It is not necessary you write directly, you formula apply, number of the orbitals, find n square. So number is equal to 3 given, so 3 square, so is equal to 9. Okay, so the total number of the orbital associated with the principal quantum number n. Clear? Next question is, among the following pairs of the orbital, which orbital will experience the large effective nuclear charge? So basic concept is distance between the nucleus and the orbital increase, so that is means effective nuclear charge decrease. Okay, so here first is 2s and 3s. To 2s orbital larger effective nuclear charge comparison than 3s. So 2s is closer to the nucleus. Then second 4d and 4f. So 4d orbital larger effective orbital nuclear charge than 4f. Then third 3d and 3p. So 3d and 3p. So 3p orbital larger effective nuclear charge. That is means nearer nucleus. That is means represent maximum effective nuclear charge. Next question is, how many electrons in an atom per mass may have the following the quantum numbers? How many electrons in an atom may have the following quantum numbers? So first is n is equal to 4, s is equal to -12. Okay, so here total electron here given n is equal to 4. So we have to find total electron, 2n square formula. So n here given 4. So 2 into 4 square is equal to 32. Here ms is equal to spin quantum number is equal to -12. That is means half of the total electron minus. So here 32 total. So -12 represent spin number, half 16 electrons have spin quantum number is equal to -12. Second one, n is equal to 3, l is equal to 0. 3 that is means third orbital and l is equal to 0 that is means s orbital. So 3s orbital. Okay, and 3s orbital it can have 2 only electron because in s orbital only for 2 electron. Okay, got it? Next question is, what is the lowest value of the small n that allows g orbitals to exit? So for g subshell, so what is the lowest value of the n that allows g orbitals to exit? So for g subshell, l is equal to 4 because 0, s, p, d, f, then g. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, s, p, d, f, and then l is equal to 4 for g subshell, and l is equal to 4. That is means minimum value of n is equal to 5. So because the value of l is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so n is equal to formula is 0 to n minus 1. So l is equal to 4. Okay, so value of the 0 to n minus 1. So number we have to indicate 5. So because l is equal to 4, so 5 minus 1, then 4 value of l. Okay, next question is the bromine atom possesses 35 electrons. It contains 6 electrons in 2p and 6 electron in 3p and 5 electron is 4p. So which of these electron experience the lowest effective nuclear charge? So here you see, here 2p, then 3p and then 4p. Okay, so near who? 2p. Okay, so which of these electron experience the lowest? So lowest, that is means far away from nucleus, so 4p orbital. Okay, clear? So solution is, effective nuclear charge decreases as the distance of the orbital increases from the nucleus. So hence 4p electrons experience the lowest effective nuclear charge. Okay, so effective nuclear charge decreases as the distance of the orbital increase from the nucleus. So 4p electrons experience the lowest effective nuclear charge. Next, using SPD notation, describe the orbital with the following quantum numbers. So here n given and L given. So small n represent the main shell, 0, 1, 2, 3 values of L represent the SPD F orbitals. Okay, so here given small n is equal to 1. Okay, so here you see notation, n is equal to 1 given, L is equal to 0. So 1 S. Okay, 3 and 1. So 3 third orbital and then 1 P, because 0, 1 S P. Okay, same 4 and 2, 4D, and 4 and 3, 4F. Okay. Next question is, how many subshells are associated with n is equal to 4? Okay, so n is equal to 4, and then, so L is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Third number. So subshell in n is equal to 4 are 4, that is means 4s, 4p, 4d and 4f. Okay. Then how many electrons will be present in the subshell having spin quantum number minus half for n is equal to 4? So number of the orbitals in fourth shell, n square is equal to 4 square is equal to 16. So total maximum number of the electrons present in any orbital is 2. Okay, and each orbital has 1 electron, right? So minus half, so there are 16 electrons with spin number, quantum number minus half. Next question is, an atom of an element contains 29 electrons and 35 neutrons. Okay, so deduce the number of the protons. So 29 electrons for a neutral atom. So number of the electron is equal to number of the protons. So here given 29 electrons. So that is means 29 protons. Okay, then second given the electronic configuration of the element. So here given 29 electrons. So that is means atomic number 29. So 29, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s1, total 29. And element of the atomic number is 29 is copper. Okay, this is question is easy, but it is a reasonable question, important. Okay. Question next. The unpaired electrons in aluminium and silicon are present in 3p orbital. And which electron will experience more effective nuclear charge from the nucleus? Unpaired electron in aluminium and silicon. So first we have to write electronic configuration. Aluminium 13 atomic number and silicon 14. So aluminium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1, and for silicon 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2. So here silicon. Okay, in the last orbital here you see 4 electron. Okay, so and in aluminium only 3 electron, right? So silicon has greater, plus 4 has greater nuclear charge than aluminium. So 3p unpaired electron, here 1 electron unpaired electron of 1, and here 2 unpaired electron. So 3p unpaired electron of silicon greater effective nuclear charge than aluminium, because here only 1 unpaired electron and here 2 unpaired electron. So silicon experience greater, more effective nuclear charge comparison than aluminium. Next question is, an atomic orbital has n is equal to 3, and what are the possible values of the small and ml? But first you learn basic concept. L has the values 0 to n minus 1. You learn this formula, okay? And small m spin quantum number is equal to minus L2 plus L. Okay, so the value of the L never be equal to small n or greater than it. Okay, not a equal and not a greater. Okay, so first we have to find first n is equal to 3. So n is equal to 3, so L is equal to 0, 1 and 2, because L has value is 0 to n minus 1. So n is equal to 3, so that is means L is equal to 0, 1 and 2. So here like L is equal to 0. So for L is equal to 0, so ML because M value is minus L2 plus L. So if L is equal to 0, so ML value 0. If L is equal to 1, so ML value is equal to minus 1, 0 and plus 1. Spin quantum number. And N is equal to 2. So ML value is equal to minus 2 plus 1, 0 plus 1 plus 2. Okay. Then second, list the quantum number of 3D orbital. So 3D and 3, that is means n is equal to 3, and D, that is means L is equal to 2, because 0, 1, 2, S, P and D. Then for 2, so spin quantum number values minus L2 plus L, so here 2, so minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2. To total, see how many orbitals, here M 5 and then here 2, okay, and here 3, clear? Then third, which of the following orbitals are possible? 1p, 2s, 2p and 3f. So one by one we have to see. 1p is not possible because n is equal to 1 and then L is equal to 0 only. So p, 4p, L is equal to 1, right? So 1p is not possible. Then 2s is possible. 2s, yes, because if n is equal to 2, then L is equal to 0, 1. Okay, so L is equal to 0, so it is possible. 2p, it is also possible, because if n is equal to 2 and then L is equal to 0 and 1, so for p, L is equal to 1. Then 3f is not possible because n is equal to 3. Okay, L is equal to 0, 1 and 2, right? So for f, L is equal to 3, then it is possible. But here 3f and L value is equal to 0, 1 and 2. Okay. Then next question, indicate the number of the unpaired electrons in this way. So first you write electronic configuration, then you see how many electrons in the outer shell. Okay, so like phosphorus. So phosphorus atomic number you learn 15. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3, right? So in the outer shell, 3 electrons. So 3 unpaired electrons. Then silicon. Silicon atomic number 14. So electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2. So in outer shell 2 electrons. So 2 unpaired electrons. Then chromium atomic number 24. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3, 5, 3d5, 4s1. So in the last shell you see last shell this way, 3d and then 4s, so d5 and then 1s. Okay, so total 6 unpaired electron. Okay, here this one and this one. Okay, iron Fe 26 atomic number 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d6, 4s2. Outer shell, here you see 3d6, 4s2. So we have to write 3d6, 4s2, d, this is the 5d orbital and then s. Okay, so filling the electron 3d6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 4s2, here 2. Okay, so how many electrons? This is the paired, this is the paired. So only 4 electrons, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 unpaired electron. Right? Got it? Then krypton, Kr, 36 atomic number. Configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p6. It is a noble gas. No unpaired electron. S completely filled, P all completely filled. So no unpaired electron. Okay. So mainly questions completely textbook question I completely explained. Okay. Clear? So any have doubts, so please tell me by message. Okay. Thank you so much.